to ptpioneer.com, your #1 resource for getting started in the personal training industry. Today we're going to be doing a certification review. It's the ISSA or ISA certification. It's a very popular certification in the industry. I've had a lot of requests to do a certification review on this certifying agency, so here it is. So by the end, hopefully you'll understand if this is the right certification for you. After the video, I recommend checking out my article on the top 10 certifications so you can find out the perfect one for you and the style of training that you want to do once you become a personal trainer. I also have discount codes and study guides for some of the top certifications. It's a must check out if you're really serious about getting started in the industry. So let's get started with some basic information on ISSA. They were established in 1988. As of right now, their overall program costs $595, and that gives you access to their primary textbook, which is a huge textbook, about 800 pages, eligibility to take the test, some training resources online, but not too much, and free phone and technical support. Just like a lot of the other certifications, they have some prerequisites that you need to meet in order to apply and get certified by them. You have to be 18 years old, and you have to have a CPR/AED certification. Those are two very standard things. So let's talk about the test. Let's talk about let's just talk about the test right now. Sorry. So the test is open book. They don't require you to memorize any of the information, which I don't really like. I think that you should have all the information cemented in your brain, so when you're working with clients, you don't have to think about like, oh, what was that? You don't have time to go look back in your book and come up with the right answers because you're on the spot and they're paying for your time. It's very important that you have all this stuff memorized, so that's why I don't really like the fact that it is open book, but besides that, I think they do have really cool aspects of the test that other certifications don't. So they have a multiple choice section, a true-false section, a short essay section, and 2 case studies. So the case studies are definitely the hardest part of the test. I would study those very in depth if you decide to go with them before you take the test. What you have to do is you have to come up with a 12-week progressive exercise program for certain individuals with certain needs. So say you have a client, Frank. He's 40, he had knee surgery, he's trying to lose 20 pounds. You have to come up with a 12-week progressive exercise routine for him so that he can see the most results in a safe way as well. You need to score at least 75% overall, and you also need to score 75% in each of the 4 sections in order to pass. Some other things to do with the test is that the cool thing, they don't actually make you pay for a retest fee if you fail. You could do the first one for free, the first retake, and then after that it's $50. If you, for some reason, don't pass it the first 2 times, it's $50 to try it again. That's great because some certifying agencies charge up to $200 just to be able to retake the test, and a lot of them have pretty high fail rates of up to like 55% fail rate on some of the certifications. Another cool thing about them is that you have 2 full years after you sign up and pay for the materials to be able to take the test. A lot of certifications have a 90-day to 6-month time period where you need to take the test before that time period. Otherwise, you get like some sort of fee, some sort of late fee. In terms of their general focus, they have a slight emphasis on sports exercise performance because they talk a lot about the strength curve, which is typically applied to athletes. So if I was going to put them in a slight category at all, it'd be sports performance, but they still cover a very broad range of abilities for anybody starting out in the personal training industry. You should be able to train people trying to lose weight, corrective exercise, but they do have a slight emphasis on sports performance. So if you know you're going to be working with college or high school athletes or any athletes at all, this might be a decent option for you. So one other thing that I don't really like, well, I don't really mind it, but a lot of employers do, is that they're not accredited by the NCCA. They're actually accredited by the DETC. I've talked to a lot of employers that don't even accept non-NCCA accredited certifications like Issa. So before you spend your money on any certification, I suggest you talk to your potential employer, ask them what they prefer and what they accept before you pay for the money for ISSA. Just to realize that your potential employer won't even hire you because you have that certification. I also don't like how it's open book. As I talked about before, I think you really need to memorize this information, but there are a lot of perks and it is accepted by a good amount of employers. It's not my favorite certification, but it's probably in my top 5, probably landing around the 5 spot. My top 2 certifications right now are NASM and the ACE personal training certification. I suggest you check out my article on the top 10 to figure out which certification would be perfect for you and your training style. Check that out after this video. But I hope you guys learned something about the ISO certification. I think it's a decent certification. Not the best, but definitely stands out among the dozens of certifications that are out there, in my opinion. Please give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful. Thanks. For study guides and discount codes on some of the top personal training certifications, head to ptpioneer.com. The link will be in the description down below. I have a step-by-step guide on how to become a personal trainer, how to make a lot of money once you are a personal trainer, and much more essential information on getting started as a personal trainer for you guys to check out. Until next time, guys, happy training.